Hey, what you doing up there? Welcome back to Let's Play Graffiti Kingdom. So we've made it out of Go-Go Bowling Road and into the... what was it called? The Beast of the Lost Sea. At the start of every new area, there's a save point, of course, because you can't go backwards. And this is going to be a fun time. I'm going to kill this guy and get his card, because, man, that was actually kind of lucky. And this is where, you may recall, I got the charge jump earlier. You need it for this room. Hey, wait a minute, what's that? That's a dog. Box dog. That's okay. Even if pixels aren't allowed, box dogs are okay. Now, I got that because I need it right here. And I had to go back and change to this one because you need a doodle with really friggin' long legs. And oddly enough, Princess Pumpy just wasn't quite enough. You gotta come here and charge jump. Wasn't quite close up. And you gotta get on this platform. There we go. And then you gotta be ready to murder. Actually, first I'm gonna change to pixel. And then I'm gonna do this, and miss, and do this. Yeah! Alright, so you see what we got there? Fly. Let me tell ya about things. So this is the earliest in the game that you can get this, and you have to have charge jump in order to get here to get it. Wow, just friggin' wrecked him. But now we can give our doodles the ability to fly. Now they have to have wings in order to do this, and it's stamina based. So the longer you're in the air, the more your stamina decreases. So I think it's roundabout time that we bring in the second doodle that I said I was going to bring. The first was the Gunwala, and number 2 is the R9. Yeah, get that going. Get that crap going. Okay, so yeah, this is the other one I made. I made this one during the stream as well. Some of them may remember the hilarity when I realized how badly I fudged it up. But I went back and I put a lot of effort into making this thing look real friggin' nice. So we're here, we got the force out front spinning, we got our 2 bits spinning around us, and I made them spin as well. And when you shoot, you actually shoot out of the bits. So I have a 4-shot combo, so I can go, and it shoots out of the bits. That's neat stuff. And then from there, I also have laser and a charge beam, both of which fire out of the force. And we can fly. Now, it does look a little bit weird that it, like, tilts down like this, but that's that's part of the floaty moveset, which is how you get him to even look like he's off the ground in the first place. Otherwise, he'd just be laying there like a sack. So, I don't know why giving them the floaty thing also makes them lean forward, even when flying. So, I mentioned before that they have to have wings. How is it that I got wings on this thing? Another very good question is, how did I get the bits to spin around like that? There's a lot of invisible crap on this thing. So let me show you this. This is something else neat that we just unlocked like a level or 2 ago, but you would have in an endgame save. So there's a lot of neat stuff that you can do when drawing, and first of all, one of them is you can make things invisible. There's a wing. There's a wing. I put them on the force because I was trying to offset the tilting forward, but as it turns out, it was actually based on the it was based on the movement set and not that. So how did I get these? How did I get this to spin? So for one, when something spins, its origin point for spinning is the point that you make when you're about to draw something new. So like I have to do that. So if I drew something else, it would spin around that point. It then also spins based on where you draw it from. So if I drew something from way up here, not only would its center be centered on this point, but it would also spin around an axis from the camera to that point. So how did I do this? How did I get this thing way out here? I did that by drawing an invisible rod sticking out the front of the ship. So I drew it connected to the tip of this thing from the front. And that's why it spins on this axis all the way out here. So what about the bits? How do they spin on a spin? Well, for one, I needed them to spin around an axis on the center of the ship. So I needed to make something that spun around the center of the ship. There it is. Connected that to the back of the ship. Oh, why didn't I put it in the middle? Well, I had to put it in the back because that's the only place I could get a little dot. I couldn't put a dot in the middle of the ship, So I put a dot on the back of the ship and then drew straight up. And then, of course, I had to make little bits here that went forward some so I could draw the bits off of these. And now this thing is spinning back here with the bits connected to them. I then drew these as spin types connected to these. So these spin on this axis, all on their own, while the back thing is spinning all on its own. And then to make something shoot, it has to be a charge type. So in order to get the bits to shoot, I made this part charge and connected it to this part. So this part's spinning because it's connected to this, but this is a charge, so this can also shoot. How did I get the force to shoot? Well, I had to stick a little thing out the front of it and make that a charge. That's how I did it. And there's all the magic of it. So, there's also some transparency. This is the other neat thing, and this is how you make parts invisible, is you can go over to color, and we just unlocked this again, a level or two ago, but you can not only pick from these, but you can also hit circle to go to custom mode. Now, in custom mode here, you can choose anywhere on the triangle, any color at all. And then down here, you can choose brightness, as well as transparency. And you just floor transparency, and it's invisible. But then that's also how I made these somewhat transparent as well as the cockpit. Oh, and then how do you draw these little markers on it? Well, that's something else as well. Because, let's see here, L2, you can change your pen type between pattern and line. If you go to pattern, and then just draw, you can draw these. And you can do kind of the same thing, where you hit the square button to go to parts, and then you can, delete it, and whatever. So that's neat. And that's what I did, and that's how I made an R9. A lot of other fun that you can have just with the various shapes that you can do. And again, showing kind of how, at least an eye on how powerful the drawing system is here.
Okay, I'll close this window.
So at this point, my only concern with the R9 as a piece of art, not that one, is that whenever it shoots, it aligns itself with the ground. And I'm not sure if it's aligning itself with the ground because it would normally be sitting on the ground, or if it's aligning itself with the ground because I drew it on the on the axis. I'm thinking it's because I aligned it with the ground, but there's not a lot I can... No, I'm thinking it's because it would normally be sitting on the ground, if not for the float type movement. And there's not a lot I can do about that, honestly. I tried putting invisible parts below it, but it just lays there like a sack anyway. Like, it completely ignores it and bases it purely on where the body object is. I also tried putting invisible legs underneath it, and it moved funny. But, yeah, there you go. R9. Also, we can fly. So onwards! I'm so friggin' happy with this one, though. Sadly, it's not very powerful, but, like, what are you gonna do? It's there mostly at this point for the flight. So when you need to fly, you can. Also, shots generally just aren't that powerful. Heal has been added to the functions section. Oh, if you attack these, heart shows up. So this is sort of a maze. Oh, I should mention what the heal type is. If you have to put the heal on a foot, it will force that, or if you put the heal, attach the heal to a leg part, it will force the heel to act like a heel, and anything below that acts like a foot. So like it forces a bend to the foot. You can also use a heel as a foot, as like a leg. Like just instead of a leg, you give it a heel, and it will act kind of like a stick leg. I think that was it. Maybe it was something like you could use it as a heel, or you could put it on the end of a leg and you'd always walk around on your tiptoes. Yeah, well, I'm gonna shoot you! I wonder if damage is actually based on... I wonder if damage is actually based on the size of the object shooting. Because that's how everything else works. I don't think that's how weapon works. I think you just make weapons. Alright, so this area is a little bit of a maze. So we came in from here, and you can look around, and there's a couple doors. Got a door over here. Got a door back there. Got a door back there. Is that it? Just 3 doors? Thought there was more. That's fine. So if you go up to one of these things... Actually, I don't think this guy does it. If you go up to one of the other statues... There he is. Pay attention to the direction the face is looking at. That tells you where the exit is. Not hard, it's also the only green one. Like, there's only 3 exits, it's the one on the left. And that takes you to another area that's very similar to the first area. One of y'all give me your card. You're still not giving me your card. So it's very similar to the last area, but not identical. For one, instead of the little seashell in the middle, you get this thing of, telepin. Hey, that's a card. And fish number 1 again. Only 1 fish? So the enemy in the middle here doesn't actually show up until you come in here, so it's not a hidden one, but it's a little hidden. So let's see, what kind of hints do we still get hints? Yeah, same hint. Go in the direction the face is showing. It's actually back out, like, the pseudo entrance. Remember how in the first screen we came in here? And this is where the fish were? This is where our exit is. And now this final room is a little bit different. Like, it doesn't immediately resemble any of the rooms that we've been in. And it'd be super cool if you didn't shoot me a lot. Nothing at 36. Big ol' crab. Big old crab face. Okay, so presumably we also pay attention to the direction that the thing is facing, which means this way. Did it. I killed all of them. So there's a couple of secrets in here, actually. One of them I overlooked in the previous room, but again, that's one of those I don't know if it'll actually work or not. But in this room, if you just kind of chill in this room for a while, there's like a timer or something as soon as you enter the room, and after a certain amount of time passes, a monster spawns right here, and it's like a rare card or something. So that's one. It may not show up yet, because I feel like it should have shown up by now otherwise. But you saw that the face is looking this way. That's actually where the exit is. If instead of that way, we go this way, it takes us to a secret area. If you go the wrong way, hey! If you go the wrong way at any point, you get taken, I think, back to room 1. This guy is so annoying. I really wanted his card because he's got a really low drop rate. The Space Messenger is dead. I killed the messenger, I'm sorry. Made it. I'm here. Right now there's nothing here. There will be something here in late. I think post-game, maybe? So it's a little frustrating if you want to try to farm those guys for the card, because when you leave, you're back in room 1. And this is another one where you, I think if you just chill here for a while. Same deal as the secret guy in the other one. If you chill there for long enough, a dude shows up. It's only fish number 1. Well, I got a heart, but I want your card. A card would be spiffy. Go to room number 2, because I still need your card. Which I didn't get. Sad day. Oh, that's not the right one. I need your card. Dang it. Alright, well, you've seen everyone, so I'll go back and farm them on my own time. Like, this is a pretty nasty little maze. It's pretty easy to get lost in here, but honest to goodness, everything also has a defined shape. It's not like everything looks the same and you just have to memorize where to go. It's like confusing, but you can make sense of it. And just trying to farm all the cards and everything in previous playthroughs and what have you, I just kind of know this area. And we made it! Pressman. Oh, I never gave, ooh. The color pen has been added to the graffiti notebook. Color color pen. What does the color... Oh, that's one of them. What does the color pen do? I don't know what the color pen does. Phooey. Oh my goodness, this guy's... He's also a pain because you guys are equally a pain, and you're just over here taking pot shots at me. Okay, well that's them I don't have to kill anymore. Except I'm gonna, because the jerks. I did it, eventually. Okay, so, get hurt, get stuff. These spin when you jump over them. Don't go between those because they start freaking out. Yep, blue person. That is very descriptive. Oh, did I actually get his card? I actually got his card last time! Show me. Okay, these guys start freaking out. There, we did it. That's how they start freaking out. I wonder if I could have gotten through there with a speedy and a well-timed dash. Yay, we did it. So water is still horrible. Hearts are nice though. Oh, you're the same guy. Okay, I was thinking... I don't know why I thought you were a different guy. I mean, yeah, it's slow, but... it also doesn't knock him off the edge. So when he drops a card, inevitably... you know, I think I'm better off just doing a regular jump. I can get the card! Yeah, we did it. Alright, until next time, everyone. We're this far in. And I do have one last doodle to show all of you guys. So until then, everyone.